The US has taken similar actions on multiple occasions in the past, and in regions that are in no way part of their immediate interests. These countries are not their neighbors or a threat to the US. Take Yugoslavia, Iraq, Afghanistan, but the US's military actions have never resulted in such a massive and consolidated response from the West. No one responded to a wedding party bombed in Afghanistan by shutting down European clothes shops in the US. There were no other repercussions either. Why? Why are we witnessing such a powerful response to Russia's moves that you say are fully justified in terms of our security?
Now, this is not going to sound like an insight, but clearly the US believes it is a nation outside international law, above everyone else. Following the collapse of the USSR and an end to the bipolar world order based on the standoff between NATO and the Warsaw Pact, the US saw itself as the winner and the sole beneficiary of the Soviet Union's demise. While in reality the Soviet Union broke up not because of NATO's activities, but for internal reasons. And that's why they behave accordingly. They believe they cannot be brought to justice, but they have the right to judge everyone. They are the ultimate decision makers. They have the right to do whatever they want. There are a number of drivers behind this behaviour. First of all, economically, the US is a very strong country. Secondly, it issues the main reserve currency with vengeance, continuing to pile up its domestic debt. In fact, it is the whole world that is the US's creditor. The entire world could be struggling, plunging into crises while the Americans are printing dollars. That is why they now feel completely unpunished in this respect as well. Exactly for that reason, the US's actions in Afghanistan, Iraq and Vietnam a few decades ago have never come any legal scrutiny by the international community. However, at the time of the Vietnam War, the Soviet Union was still alive, pushing for quite heavy debates at multilateral platforms. The Soviet Union, as you know, was helping Vietnam back then. The US pursued its policy for a long time. We all remember the way it ended, mind you. Vietnam is thousands of kilometres away from the US. Now, it's a fact few people remember, even in this country, because it was a long time ago. But my Vietnamese friends said the US intervention in Vietnam throughout much of the 1960s killed over 1 million Vietnamese. Just think about it, over 1 million. Take a look at the map and see for yourself where the US is and where Vietnam is. Still, the US went in and over 1 million people died as a result. Even then it was never widely condemned, although we had the Warsaw Pact and the Soviet Union in place. And after the Soviet Union disappeared from the world map, along with the Warsaw Pact, the US got absolutely out of control. They think they can do whatever they want. Yugoslavia is a case in point. We saw utter disregard for international law, the use of the armed forces and weapons by a number of countries, including depleted uranium ammunition. Was there any uproar? No. They realised they could go ahead, concocted a justification and got away with it. Today, some European leaders admit, well, yes, maybe they overreacted a little, but it does not go any further. Again, the US behaves this way around the world because they think there is no longer any competition. But they are wrong. Life does not stand still, prompting new developments in international relations and new countries emerging as strong powerhouses. It means new centres of gravity in international relations are being shaped. Take the People's Republic of China, India, and the Russian Federation. The unipolar world is over. The US is no longer the master of planet Earth.